Hi crafty friends, Melissa Minor here. Thanks so much for joining me on my YouTube channel. Today I'm playing along with several of my friends for our acrylic stash busting YouTube hop, and this is where we choose an acrylic title from our stash and we create a layout. So let's go ahead and jump into today's layout. Be sure to check out the description box below where I'll have a link to all those that are playing along. All right, I've already made some decisions prior to turning on my camera. I've got this one photo of my sweet kitty Pepper that I want to scrapbook today, and I've already chosen these papers. This is from the Simple Stories Fur Baby Cat collection. Now, before I get into this layout, I really want to do some mixed media on the background. So I have a piece of white cardstock, and my white cardstock I buy in bulk on Amazon. I buy 500 sheets all at once. It's a really thick, heavyweight cardstock. And then I also coated this with some white gesso because I knew I wanted to do some mixed media, and the white gesso allows the paint to move around on the layout. Now, all the paints I'm using today are from Shimmers Paints. So that yellow color there, that is, that orange color there, that is a Vibes, and that's Pumpkin Pie. I love all the names from Shimmers. And this color that I'm painting on now, that is a Creamies, and that is called Trippin' in the Tropics. And then that teal color is also a Vibes, and it is called Jenny B Blue. So I am mixing these three paint colors around because these colors coordinate so well with that Fur Baby Cat collection that I showed you in the beginning, those pattern papers. So I'm just going to take my paintbrush here and make sure I get good coverage with all three of these colors. Now, I do want to mention that I'm also on the Shimmers Paints design team. So if you ever place an order on the Shimmers Paints website, you can add my name, Melissa Minor, to the notes section of your order, and Shimmers will send you a free paint. And then you can add my name to every order you place, and each time you'll receive another free paint. All right, so I am continuing with my splatters here. So what I'm doing is I'm dipping my paintbrush into the water and then also into the paint, and I'm just flicking it on. Now you'll notice up there at the top, I've kind of got those two colors pooling together and it's kind of a muddy mess. So I'm gonna go ahead and dab that up with a paper towel and just bring more of that Trippin' in the Tropics color in to kind of prevent that. So I'm really happy with the way this mixed media is looking. Now this looks really dark. I do want to mention that it will dry back a lot lighter than it looks right now. So I set it aside overnight to dry, and I love the way it turned out. So I also used this paintbrush. This is called, this is from scrapbook.com, and it's called a luster brush, and it's white, so it has like white paint in it, and I did add some splatters off camera. So I print all my photos at home. I have the Epson PictureMate 400, and I printed this 4x6, including the white border. And now I'm taking one of the cut apart cards from the paper collection. It's a 4x6 cut apart, and I just kind of layered it behind my photo to bring in that teal color. And then I'm also going to layer this little piece of pattern paper. This was a scrap that I had just in my collection, and it's got like the little paw prints on it and the yellow. So since there's so much yellow in the pattern paper, I wanted to bring in yellow since I didn't have that in my paint. So I thought that was a good way to bring that in. So I'm really happy with the way this looks. I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. Now, anytime I have mixed media, I like to use a wet glue because a tape runner will hold it temporarily, but when you're gluing to mixed media, you're really going to want to have a liquid glue. So I use tacky glue, and I actually picked this tacky glue up at Walmart. They have it on Amazon, and then the little bottle that I'm using, that's I order those in a 3-pack on Amazon, and then I just keep refilling my tacky glue. And it's a really inexpensive way for glue. If you scrapbook as much as I do, you need to find some cost-effective ways. So I really like that glue. And then this paper, buying it in 500 sheets, it's an investment at first, but that way I know I am set for the year. And then the paper comes in 12 by 18 size. So then what I do is I cut a 12 by 12 out, and then I have enough to make a top folding A2 size card. So it's kind of like a win-win. All right, so here is my acrylic title piece that I want to bring in. After all, this is an acrylic stash busting YouTube hop. And this acrylic title piece is from Bramble Fox. I really, really like their larger acrylic pieces that they've come out with recently. So this one says perfect, and then I want my title to actually say Perfect Kitty. So I'm gonna either use some die cut letters or maybe some stickers. So anytime I'm gluing my acrylic titles down, I like to use the Nuvo Deluxe glue. Now I'm sure the tacky glue would work also, but the Nuvo glue dries very, very clear and it has a really strong hold. So I'm gonna go ahead and hold this down for just a moment. And then I'm gonna start looking through my bin of alphabets. So I've got a bunch of alpha stickers, and you can see these I'm having a hard time getting off of the backing sheet. In fact, I think I brought some of the backing sheet up with it when I pulled it up. I haven't looked yet, but I want to see if I have enough of these letters in the yellow color to spell out the word kitty. And it looks like I do. So that's going to be my title, Perfect Kitty. Isn't he so cute? So he's on a desk chair in our living room. Now this die is one that I've picked up recently and I absolutely love it. This is the Spellbinders Simple Vintage Flower Shop Scallop Border die. So I went ahead and used a piece of paper from the scrapbook.com Sherbert cardstock A2 pack. And I think that this color just matches very well to that orange. So, and you'll see that the scallop border that I use, that border die, it has like a little detail on it. So that just brings in another level of interest to the layout. So this is looking so cute. Now we've got the title. I've got most of the other pattern papers in. So now we've got the fun part left to do, and that is going to be all the embellishing. So I keep this collection out. So most of my collections, you know, they have a place in my craft room. I keep all my simple stories together and all my shimmers, paints, papers together, and all my 49 and market papers. You know, I keep them by brand, but this one I don't put away with the brand. This fur baby cat, I love it so much. It just stays out all the time. So I hope you never get sick of seeing this, because I'm going to use every little scrap I have. Now I also have this ephemera, and I have these enamel brads, I think they're called. And then I've also got these. Now this is some flair. There's some canvas flair from Scrap and Happy Studio, and they match this collection perfectly. And so I thought about maybe putting the one that says meow up there. But as I'm looking at all of these, I think I like this one that says, let me open it up. I think it says best ever. Let me see here. What's this say? Does it say best cat ever? I think it does. Best ever. So I thought that was perfect for this layout, and it's so cute. So I've also picked a few of the ephemera bits that I want to include on the layout. So I'm just going to kind of audition them around the page. And I'm going to end up moving that large canvas flare up towards the top. I'm going to move things around for a while because I didn't really have anything in mind as far as how I wanted to embellish. I knew I wanted 3 embellishment clusters. I wanted one on the the top of the photo, and then I just kind of wanted 2 down lower on the page. So I want to use this cat. I love this little piece of ephemera, this little cat here. So I know it's going to make it onto the page, and then I want to use the best ever. But other than that, I'm going to move these die cuts around, and I'm just going to dry fit them onto the page to see what I like. I will pause the camera and play with this another little bit. So I did pause the camera, I came back, and now I'm ready to glue some things down. So I really like this little kitty. So I'm going to add some foam tape to the back, and we'll add this to the top. Isn't that adorable? Oh my goodness, I need another pack of this ephemera, I think, before they stop making it. It's so cute. So I'm a newer cat mom. We got Pepper around the 4th of July, and I love him so much. I feel like I'm a mom all over again. You know, my youngest is 16, so this gives me a little baby. And just until recently, I considered him my cat, but now he sits on Dale's lap every single night, and just recently, within the last couple days, he has started sleeping in Tatum's room, so my daughter's room, and he just loves her. So since we got him in July, we have had Tatum's door shut because she had a little, I think it's called a red-eared slider turtle, and so, you know, we knew he couldn't be in her room with the turtle. But we made the decision to send Turtle off to a new home, another home that has already one turtle. We thought he would be happy. And so that way Pepper could have free reign of the entire house. And so we are all so happy now. And we sleep a lot better because Pepper was crying at Tatum's door through the night. So many nights we didn't have any sleep because he wanted her. And now he can, you know, jump in bed with any of us. So, okay, back to my layout. Enough about my perfect kitty. I'm adding some little wordy bits. One of the things I love about Simple Stories is all their little wordy bits that they have at the bottom of their sticker sheets. So I don't think I brought it into frame, but I do also have the sticker sheet as well as, you know, the whole paper collection, all the ephemera. So I'm just adding a few little finishing bits here. And then I will also bring in those fancy brads. Is that what they call those? I think they're called like fancy brads maybe. But I've got these, and I want to add a few of these to the layout. I love this sticker. It's a big puffy sticker with flowers. So I think I'm going to put it where I put that little sticker meow. I tried to pull that up, and it's not going to pull up. It's going to rip my photo. So I'm just going to place it over top. No one will ever know. But I thought that finished that little spot off nicely. And then I'll add a couple of these brads to the other spots. There we go. And then one thing I forgot to mention is I did edge distress those pattern papers around my photo. And now I'm bringing in some thread. This is just some sewing thread, and I've got this teal color. And then I'm going to add a glue dot to the back of my canvas flare. And then I'm going to make like a little tangled thread. And I'm going to tangle it up here. I just wrap it around my fingers. I kind of pinch it in the middle, and then I place it right there on my canvas flare, and then I'm going to add another glue dot, and then that's going to allow it to stick down to the page. So I like the way that looks. And then the finishing touch, I'm going to bring in some sequins. Now I've got a whole box of sequins from Pink and Maine. And so I just kind of put this little tray together myself. These are all the Pink and Maine pretty little sequins, like confetti. And I'm going to pick out a few colors that I think coordinate well with this collection. And off camera, I'll glue those down. So here's a close-up of the layout. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Be sure to check out the description box below for links to my friends that are playing along, as well as affiliate product links. I always appreciate when you shop my links, as I do earn a small commission at no extra charge to you. If you're not already a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. And if you are, I truly appreciate you watching my videos. Thanks so much, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.